The Canadian Aids to Navigation System. Aids to navigation are devices or systems external to a vessel which are provided to assist mariners in determining position and course and to warn of dangers or obstructions. The Canadian Aids to Navigation System is comprised of a mix of visual, audible, and electronic aids. The following is a description of the various types of fixed and floating aids to navigation you will encounter while navigating in Canadian waters. Here is a representation of a typical waterway with aids to navigation. Follow along as we take note of each type of aid. The directional navigation presented applies when a navigator is traveling in the upstream direction, proceeding from seaward towards the headwaters of a river or into a harbor. Let's begin. A fairway buoy marks landfalls, channel entrances, or channel centers. It may be passed on either side, but it should be kept to port or left when traveling either upstream or downstream. Major lighted aids indicate landfalls and help mariners determine their position. Isolated danger aids are moored on or stationed above an isolated danger with navigable water surrounding it. The starboard lateral buoy marks the starboard side of a channel or a danger to be kept on the vessel's starboard side. When heading upstream, keep this aid on your starboard or right side. The port lateral buoy marks the port side of a channel or a danger to be kept on the vessel's port side. When heading upstream, keep this aid on your port side. Minor lighted aids indicate characteristics of lateral significance, such as an opening of a channel or canal. A starboard bifurcation buoy marks the point where a channel divides. When heading upstream, keep this buoy on the vessel's starboard side when the main channel is desired. A port bifurcation buoy with the opposite colors will direct you to the right channel. Ranges provide a leading line for navigators. When the two dayboards or two lights are in line, the vessel is on the recommended track. Consult the relevant chart for portions of the track serviced by the range. The cardinal aid indicates the cardinal direction of the safest waters with its colors and top mark. Symbols are described in the Canadian Aids to Navigation System publication. A sector light is normally divided into sectors of different colors. It provides a leading line or warning to mariners. A no anchorage aid marks a zone where anchorage is not allowed. Check your chart for exact zone borders. The area may contain submerged pipelines, power lines, etc. Day beacons are unlighted fixed aids. As with lateral buoys, green indicates port limits, and red indicates starboard limits for vessels traveling upstream. The remaining aids are all special aids. As with all special aids, look for colors and flash characters. The shape of the aid has no significance. ODAS buoys are scientific buoys. They collect scientific data. Keep out buoys mark areas in which boats are prohibited. Anchorage buoys mark the perimeter of a designated anchorage area. Please check charts for depth. A mooring buoy is used for mooring or securing vessels. This concludes our journey. These are all the primary aids to navigation you may encounter. In addition, you might see the information buoy, providing various kinds of information such as localities, campsites, etc. The cautionary buoy, marking dangers such as firing ranges, underwater pipelines. The hazard buoy, marking random hazards such as small shoals or rocks. More information is shown inside the diamond. The control buoy, illustrating certain restrictions to be followed, such as speed limits. The diving buoy, marking an area where scuba or other diving is in progress. These are not normally charted. The swimming buoy marks the perimeter of a swimming area. They are not often charted. Port and starboard bifurcation day beacons are unlighted fixed aids marking points where a channel divides. The preferred channel is indicated by color, as with other aids. For more information, see the full Canadian Aids to Navigation System on the Canadian Coast Guard website.